That's a fun extra.
That's such a fantastic idea. Edible glitter adds a playful and magical touch, perfect for Lunar New Year celebrations. Combining golden silk tan yuan and lotus bloom glutinous rice cake in one gift box is brilliant too. It's festive, thoughtful, and gives people options to enjoy both treats. You're really nailing this concept.
Thanks. It's been fun building this little creative traditional snack shop together. If we had to pick a slogan for the shop, something that captures both tradition and innovation, what would you suggest? Maybe something like old flavors, new twists, or tradition with a sparkle.
Those are great ideas. How about timeless taste, modern twist, or honoring tradition, one bite at a time? Both highlight tradition while keeping it fresh and innovative, simple and catchy.
Timeless taste. Modern twist is perfect. It's concise, memorable, and hits exactly what we're going for. With that slogan, our little shop would feel like a bridge between generations. If we ever open a physical store, what's one thing you definitely want in the space to enhance the customer experience?
A cozy seating area where people can relax and enjoy their snacks. Maybe add some traditional decor touches like lanterns or calligraphy to tie in the cultural vibe. It'd feel warm and inviting, perfect for sharing stories over treats.
That sounds like the kind of place people would linger in, not just grab and go. Adding a small tea bar with traditional blends like osmanthus oolong or chrysanthemum tea would complement the snacks perfectly. Do you think we should have a signature tea to pair with our lotus bloom, tsaba?
Absolutely. A signature tea would make the experience even more special. Something light and floral, like jasmine or chrysanthemum tea, would pair beautifully with the lotus bloom flavor. You could even name it something unique, like Bloom Serenity Tea, to match the vibe.
Bloom Serenity Tea is such a harmonious fit. Jasmine's gentle aroma would lift the lotus and osmanthus notes in the tsaba, without overpowering them. Customers could order the Bloom Bundle, one lotus bloom glutinous rice cake, and a cup of Bloom Serenity Tea for a little moment of calm. If we wanted to add a seasonal twist to this bundle, what ingredient would you swap in for osmanthus in the tsaba?
For a seasonal twist, maybe swap osmanthus with something like cinnamon or nutmeg in the fall, or fresh ginger and a hint of honey for winter. Both would add warmth and pair nicely with jasmine tea.
Fall with cinnamon sounds incredible, warm, spicy, and cozy, perfect for cooler days. The lotus bloom would get a seasonal rename, maybe cinnamon harvest lotus cake. And for winter, ginger honey lotus seed paste would have that soothing kick, great for chasing away the cold. Do you think we should offer these seasonal flavors for a limited time only, or keep them as permanent additions?
Limited time offerings would create excitement and exclusivity, making people look forward to each season's special flavor. But keeping them as permanent additions could attract loyal customers who love those tastes year-round. Maybe start with limited time and see how popular they are before deciding.
That's a smart approach. Limited time first lets us gauge demand. If the cinnamon harvest version sells out in weeks, we might consider bringing it back annually as a fan favorite seasonal. Plus, it gives us room to experiment with wilder flavors, like a mango lotus summer edition. Have you ever tried a savory twist on a traditional sweet snack?
Yeah, savory twists on sweet snacks can be surprisingly delicious. Like matcha mochi stuffed with red bean paste and a pinch of salt, or black sesame tang yuan with a hint of soy sauce. Balancing sweet and savory creates such a unique flavor experience. Would love to hear your take on a savory spin for these.
How about a soy sauce and scallion glutinous rice cake? Crispy on the outside, chewy inside, tossed in a light soy scallion sauce with a sprinkle of toasted sesame seeds. It's savory, umami-rich, and would pair great with a cup of roasted barley tea. For tongyan, maybe pork floss and seaweed tongyan, chewy balls filled with a mix of savory pork floss and crispy seaweed. Do you think these savory options could work as a lunchtime snack?
Totally. Those savory options sound amazing and would absolutely work as lunchtime snacks. The crispy, chewy texture combo and umami flavors are super satisfying. Paired with roasted barley tea, it'd be a wholesome, comforting meal. Perfect for a quick bite or paired with other small dishes.
Glad you think so. Maybe we can create a savory snack set with the soy scallions saba and pork floss seaweed tong yan, plus a small side of pickled vegetables for a zesty kick. This way, it's a complete, balanced lunch option. If we were to price this set, what range do you think would be reasonable for customers?
That sounds like a fantastic combo. For a balanced lunch set like that, pricing it around $8 to $12 would feel reasonable, depending on portion sizes and your target audience. Offering a small drink pairing like tea or water could even make it feel more complete and worth the price.
$12 is spot-on affordable enough for a quick lunch, but with the creative twists and quality ingredients to justify the price, including a free small tea like the roasted barley or jasmine would make the value feel even better. Now, if we had to pick one star product to market as the face of the shop, which would you choose?
Lotus Bloom Glutinous Rice Cake has that elegant, unique appeal. It's visually stunning, ties into tradition, and feels premium, perfect as the face of the shop. But Golden Silk Tanyuan could also work if you want something cozy and comforting as the star. What vibe fits your vision better?
I lean toward Lotus Bloom Glutinous Rice Cake as the star. Its lotus shape, osmanthus lotus seed paste, and the soft inside, crispy outside texture make it a showstopper. Great for social media photos, which is key for marketing. It also bridges tradition and creativity in a single bite, aligning perfectly with our timeless taste, modern twist slogan. Do you think we should create a little backstory for it to share with customers?
That's such a great choice. Lotus Bloom Glutinous Rice Cake is stunning and has that perfect mix of tradition and creativity. A little backstory would be amazing. It adds depth and makes the experience more memorable for customers. Maybe something like, inspired by the delicate beauty of lotus flowers and the warmth of reunion, this treat blends timeless flavors with a modern twist. How does that sound?
It sounds like we've got a solid foundation for the shop. From the star Lotus Blooms Siba to the savory lunch sets and seasonal twists, there's something for everyone. The last thing I'm curious about, if you could open this shop anywhere, what kind of neighborhood or area would you pick?
A lively spot near cultural hubs or parks would be perfect, like a bustling downtown area with foot traffic or near traditional markets. It'd attract both locals and tourists looking for unique, high-quality treats. Plus, being close to other shops or cafes could create a nice community vibe.
That's ideal. A spot near a traditional market or a park with cultural events would bring in people who already appreciate heritage, making them more likely to connect with our timeless with a twist concept. And with other shops nearby, it becomes a destination where people can spend the afternoon exploring. Do you think we should start with a small pop-up first to test the waters before opening a permanent store?
Starting with a pop-up is a brilliant idea. It lets you test the market, get feedback, and build hype without committing to a full store right away. Plus, it keeps things flexible. You can tweak recipes, prices, or even location based on the response. Once it picks up, transitioning to a permanent spot will feel much smoother.
Totally agree. A pop-up during Lunar New Year would be the perfect launch. People are in the mood to try new festive treats. And we could showcase the Golden Silk Tanyuan and Lotus Bloom combo gift boxes. After the pop-up, we could survey customers to see which flavors they loved most and what they'd want to see next. What's one thing you'd definitely include in the pop-up setup to make it stand out?
Interactive packaging would be a game changer. Maybe add a QR code on the gift box that shares the story behind Lotus